Hey, what's up everyone? Mr. Hollow here and you're watching Tech Report Weekly. After taking an unfortunate break for the past 3 weeks, I'm back with the most important news of this week. And without wasting any more time, let's hit it off. Amazon is known as the company that has almost everything you need when it comes to buying stuff online. But what you might not know is that they released their own game engine. For free. How they pull this off though is with the help of CryEngine, for which they've done a pretty big licensing deal back in 2014 with Crytek, which led to the release of Lumberyard. Amazon's game engine is free to download and free to use with no hidden fees or a hidden agenda. However, you'll have to fork over some dough if you intend to use it with the Amazon Web Services for the multiplayer part of your game. All in all, it's a great opportunity to get your game rolling if you're into that kind of thing, and currently it is in beta, which you can download from the link in the description below. With the release a bit more than a week away, LG and Samsung have just announced that each of their flagships will sport an always-on display. The always-on display on the Galaxy S7 is powered by an AMOLED screen which provides various informations on things like calendars, weather, notifications and ads health, while the LG G5's always-on display will be similar to the secondary small screen on the LG V10, but at a much larger scale and a lot more customizable. Along the screen announcement of the G5, LG has also announced a quick cover case for their new flagship that has similar touch functions like the LG K10's quick cover. And while I'm yapping here about covers, let me know in the comment section below if you use one on your current phone and why. In case you haven't heard about Tobii Tech, don't worry because you're not alone. However, they've developed an advanced eye tracking sensor technology that MSI embedded into their latest flagship laptop, the GT72 Dominator. The sensors allow your eyes to interact with the display and act as if you were moving your mouse, so if you would look anywhere at the screen, the pointer would move there. The gimmick also works in games as long as they've been developed to use the technology, and so far you can play around with Assassin's Creed Syndicate, Assassin's Creed Rogue, and Elite Dangerous. If this technology sparks some interest in you, be prepared to dish out around $2,600 for the MSI GT72 Dominator because, as always, new technology does not come cheap. Google is well known for pushing people into the virtual reality through the use of Google Cardboard, but what you probably don't know is that they've been secretly developing an actual VR headset that will work as a standalone device, unlike his crude brother made out of cardboard. It is rumored to have high-power processors and outward-facing cameras, which means you won't have to use your phone to power it, but I'm positive that we will find out more on this subject at the Google I/O 2016, which is coming up in May. Google did say a while back that the cardboard is just a small step towards VR, and perhaps what they're working on is the next obvious way to go. But for now, just take this bit of information with a grain of salt and consider it just a rumor. If you're a fan of fast internet on your mobile through the use of LTE, then you're in luck, because Qualcomm just unveiled a new gigabit class LTE modem named Snapdragon X16 LTE. This little beast is built on 40nm FinFET process and is capable of delivering 1 gigabit download speeds through LTE and will support all major cellular technologies that are available today. Before you get your skirts up in excitement, you might want to wait a few years for the mobile carriers to actually implement the necessary equipment to allow you to use such insane speeds on a mobile device. We'll begin to see new handsets implement this LTE modem towards the second part of this year and actually get to use them probably towards 2018. Even though Qualcomm had a rough 2015 with the botched release of the Snapdragon 810, for 2016 they seem to have a pretty good start with several new mid-range chips, the Snapdragon 425, 435 and 625. But that's not the reason why I'm here. Android Wear fans can rejoice as Qualcomm has baked their first smartwatch chipset, the Snapdragon Wear 2100, completely designed from the ground up for wearable devices. It's 30% smaller and uses 25% less power than the Snapdragon 400, which means we might finally get the chance to see some slim smartwatches. The chipset is in the hands of OEM manufacturers right now, and it's available in two options, an LTE one and the Wi-Fi with a Bluetooth one. All we can do now is to wait and see who's gonna be the company to claim first with the new wearable chip. And another week has come to an end, and by now you should already know the drill. If you enjoyed this episode, you can set your eyes on that like button and gently tap it with your mouse, share the video with your friends, family or anyone, and subscribe to the channel for the next episode. And until next time, see ya!